Hey guys, and welcome back to Seriously Though with Elizabeth. Moi. It's so good to see you guys on another episode. And this week we're going to be talking about this week is for everyone, but it's going to be something that would help women, especially. This topic is going to be directed to things that I feel like a woman should do when it comes to packaging. I think packaging is the word. Yeah. When it comes to packaging. Um this is one of those random little relationship videos. But not relationship in the sense that you're in a relationship and I want to give you advice on what to do. No. But in the sense of you're going to need some of these things I'm going to say when it comes to pursuing a relationship. Anyway, we'll get into it in detail in this video. But before we do that, let's go out and do, what I constantly ask us to do, which is share and subscribe and turn on your post notification. Let's keep building this little community of ours. So glad that you guys are constantly always showing up to, just spend some time with me, just a little bit of your time. So let's keep sharing with our friends and loved ones so that they can join our community. Thank you. Seriously though, do you chase or do you attract? Okay, so I'm going to start like this. Let's be honest. From, my teen years, I don't know if how many of us can really pinpoint the point in our lives where we just start realizing that, oh, there's a certain way I would like the opposite sex to see me. Like from teenage years, from junior secondary, from you kind of just start having crushes and start dealing with all that. And it's suddenly so clear that I am a girl and I'm very different from a boy. In fact, the kind of attention that as a girl I would want from a guy is different from the kind of attention I would want from another girl. Like we start seeing the clear demarcation that these are girls and these are boys. We are different. And I am part of the people with the school of thought that it is not a social construct. It is from deep within our biology and DNA that we have been created to be different. And I think that is beautiful. The things that make us women are wonderful, and the things that make men are wonderful. It's just, unfortunately, there are a lot of things that corrupt these qualities. There can be things that corrupt the qualities that make a man, and there are things that corrupt the qualities that make a woman a woman. And I'm starting like this because I want to highlight the fact that I strongly believe that those differences now also affect us in the way we pursue relationships with one another. First and foremost, I'm sure some of us or a lot of us have heard things about platonic friendships, like men and women can't be friends, or men and women can be friends. And I've shared my thoughts on it before, where I believe that men and women can be friends, but it cannot be the same way women and women are friends and men are friends. It cannot be the same because there's a different rule that governs relationship between men and women. There's a different type of, structure that should be put in place so that you are respecting boundaries. Because if those boundaries are overstepped, then we can start seeing the situation where people that believe that men and women should not be friends start saying, can you see what I mean by men and women can't be friends? Because I feel like there are some boundaries or clear lines that have not been drawn when it comes to those kind of relationships. For instance, now I'm not the kind of person that believes in, oh, I have a platonic friend that I am constantly on the phone with every day. Why are you deceiving? I'm just trying to say that we can actually live lives where we are more intentional with our relationships, regardless of the gender, because we know we are setting important boundaries around them. Right now, I'm going to take the conversation a step further and talk about women and how I feel women should position themselves when it comes to now saying, okay, I want to pursue someone romantically. When I use the word pursue, I keep using air quotes because I am one of those people of the standpoint that a woman should not chase. Now, it's not law. It is not set in stone. It is not, I have no right to say everybody must agree to this school of thought. But I just, like I said, I am one of those people who has that belief that you shouldn't chase. And when I mean by you shouldn't chase, I just mean, like, I don't mean in a disrespectful way. No man or woman should chase anybody that doesn't want them. Like, if someone clearly doesn't want you, take a step back. You're becoming weird. So I'm not talking about that kind of chase where you're just kind of being annoying or a nuisance or irritating. I'm talking about in the area of, okay, putting out that, hand of, I intentionally want to be with you. I don't feel women should go out and, hey, I think you're really good looking. I'd like to take you out. Let's go have dinner. Then you go and pick him up. Then you go and, because I know there are some women fighting for that. And I'm sorry, I don't really like it because y'all be making these men princesses. Can you let the man be a man? I know someone might be thinking, but I really like a guy and he hasn't asked me out. So how do I get him without chasing him? I'm going to start by saying this. Because you like someone doesn't mean that person has to want you back. You must always approach this kind of things with that mindset, please. It takes some kind of cycle to feel like because you have a certain interest in somebody means that person must be interested back. I want you to save yourself the stress and make sure you have that at the back of your mind first. And then secondly, I do believe to a certain extent you can control how far you go with interest in a person. So if you have never even, especially when you've never, been in a position where you really know where this person's mind is at when it comes to you, don't let yourself fall yakata. Don't overdo things and kind of like just put so much interest and invest so much of your heart and time and mind. Like every time you're thinking about this person, you're on their page, you are feeding yourself with information about this guy, and now you are hooked and you are not even guaranteed that the person wants you back. I feel like you need to be able to learn to not feed yourself with so much delusion about someone ahead of time. Because look, honey, I just want to tell you that it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to move on. It's okay if someone doesn't want you back, because it goes both ways. And unfortunately, for some reason, if if a guy comes to toast a girl and she's like, oh, sorry, I'm not interested. Next thing he's insulting her, like, bro, you need to calm down. People are allowed not to want you back. A woman is allowed not to be interested back. You thought she was a spec. She didn't think the same. It's life. So the same thing for a woman. So I'm starting with that because I want to say this. When I start talking about positioning yourself as a lady and being the one to attract, now this video I'm trying to say to chase or to attract, I feel like women should learn to position themselves to encourage men to see that, okay, this girl has given me a green flag and I would like to pursue, and not necessarily be pursuing the men. Because like from I said in the beginning, I started where I started beginning because I wanted to remind us that men and women are different. And sometime I hope that when I expand and I get the chance to really talk to people and, have guests here, I know that I've heard some men say they don't mind a woman chasing them. I know there are relationships that have worked out awesome and it was the woman that made the first move and whatnot. But when I talk about chase and attracting, I'm talking about it from a place of there is a certain way that if a woman puts herself in a masculine position to constantly chase a man, that's what I'm saying, like take him out for dinner, I get him this, do that, 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 that. I'm not saying women shouldn't, but when you are the one initiating these things, it's definitely going to weigh on your relationship, not because we're trying to teach you so that it weighs on your relationship, but naturally speaking, me, I'm going to say, to be honest, as a woman, I know what I feel and how it can just suck the joy out of everything. So as a lady, for instance, I will tell you this: always put yourself together. I'm not going to tell you to put yourself together in a way that is detrimental or toxic, because I've heard some people say things like they can never be caught slacking. They are always going to be stepping out paying. My darling, me, I'll tell you personally, if I have to go somewhere and I'm rushing, I'll wear my sweatpants, big baggy shirt, and I'll step. I don't care, because I'm not stepping out because I'm hoping to attract everybody's attention. Now, I'm not teaching or talking about attracting because I want you to attract the male gaze. These are two different things. There are people who live their lives, or who rather understand attraction as, just being someone who is admired by the male gaze. I don't believe in you stressing yourself to have men or any just men, male in general, feel like you are that girl. Or some people will say it's not just men, it's women. So as in everybody should look at you and feel like you are paying. Cool. Now, if you're packaging because you just want to represent yourself a certain way, that's awesome. If you are packaging a certain way because you are trying to build a certain brand, now that is good motive. Your motive behind a certain type of way of packaging is important. What I'm trying to discourage right now as I'm talking is I'm trying to discourage your motive being that you are packaging because you are interested in the male gaze. That can lead to a bit of, a lot. With this point, you're going to have to answer this question yourself. First and foremost, ask yourself the honest question of what is my motive behind why I am packaging? Am I building a brand? Am I interested in being seen a certain way? Or do I genuinely just want the male gaze in that sense? But then when it comes to a particular person, you're trying to as a woman, you are interested in someone, please, it is okay to say, oh, this is my brand and I would love to, put myself together, and so this person kind of notices me and likes my brand. Now, you dress because, or you package yourself, whether it's dressing, your sense, whatever it is, you package yourself and you are doing it, number one, like I said, because you know the importance and you have good reasons. And now you are hoping that impresses the person that you are interested in. Because I'm not, if you think I'm about to come and tell you to start being somebody else or start packaging like somebody else so that you attract a certain guy, I'm not going to do that, because your real self will show one day. Sure, you get. I'm not trying to make you guys feel like how you put yourself together should be acting like you should act for someone until you get them. No, you should even be. I want you to be as comfortable as you can in your style, in what you love, because you need to be with someone who loves that. Do you understand? So if you're in a situation where the person that you're even kind of eyeing has a certain taste, and the kind of taste of women that he has is very far away from who you really are, that's why I said from the beginning, you should be okay with letting go of interest, of love interest. Not everyone that you are interested in has to like you back. You can let go of it. The second thing I would say is, when it comes to green flags, if you find yourself in space of someone that, I'm talking about this in a place of, you are interested in a specific guy as a woman, and you don't have the leverage. Now, I'm talking to especially women that like me, like I said, that you're not going to be saying, baby boy, I think you're cute and all that. You can always, even if you're going to talk to a guy, you can always approach casually, like, I'm a cool person, and whatever it is you people are doing that brings you in the same walk of life, conversations can spark up from there. So it can be maybe school or church, or a particular club you join, sports, or you play a certain game and there's somebody there that you regularly see. That's where I'm coming from, because something has made you people, or something has put you people in the same walk of life, in the same area, and you're trying to put yourself out there for this guy to see that, I kind of really like your person. And I'm also going a bit further to say, I'm not giving you this advice for you to do it on just anybody because you think he's cute. Yes, you think he's cute. That's where you can talk to him like a normal human being. I know it will shock you, but men are human beings, women are human beings. Talk to human beings like human beings. Oh, hi, what's your name? Whatever it is, I don't care how you want to start, but I'm just trying to say, respect people as human beings so you can have conversations. And that is where you can, after some conversations, that's where you can decide whether, oh, this is someone I would love to position myself to, in hopes that they see me this way. Not that, oh, you've never spoken to this person, you don't know anything about them, and then you're going off the whim to listen to me to try and make yourself attractive to that person. I don't know. I don't know. Now, everything I'm saying, I'm not saying that I'll guarantee you to work for you or anything. I'm just trying to say that there are things that you can do as a lady that gives a guy that you like, leverage of green flag. Now, I've seen some guys that will say things like, I don't used to see green flag. Man, I don't used to see signs. I don't used to pick up anything. They don't like that girl. I'm sorry. But if a girl has outrightly put herself out there, and when she's talking to you and all that, and maybe you feel like we're just friends and I just want to leave it as friends. Babe, I want to tell you something. If you meet a guy that says, I don't see green flag, I'm not me, she has to tell me what she's looking for, that she likes me and she wants to date me. This, like I keep saying, this is for girls that think like me. Oh. This is me, personal something. How me I approach these things. I leave these guys alone. Because I'm not going to pursue you and start telling you, guy, I've been trying to drop hints. Why are you not taking? You don't like me enough. Because I promise you that a guy that likes you, like, is actually interested in you. We women, let's be honest with ourselves, we can tell. We can tell without even us doing the most. The funniest part is that most times you end up seeing a guy picking up green flags that you were never showing. You were never showing any color. And him, he's just thinking, okay, maybe I should try, because he thinks you're a cool person and you were just being yourself because that guy likes you. So for you to go the extra mile and show that, oh, I'm interested, but this guy you are showing is not picking up on it, he don't like you enough. At least let me speak for myself. You don't like me enough, and I'm going to dead it because, like I said, it's okay for you not to be interested back. So if it doesn't click to you that, hey, I think I know, Lisbeth is a pretty cool person and I'd like to talk to her more, whether it's can we grab coffee or whatever it is, then if that doesn't come to your mind, I don't see why I should be adding pressure into my life, trying to make you see me as a good catch. So, this is thought now. Say, let go of anybody that is not picking up what you're putting down. Now, one of the final things I want to end on is that when I'm talking like this, I'm talking to a certain group of women with a certain mindset. And if this is not your mindset, what you're looking into, it's cool. But women that have the mindset that you would love to be with someone who takes initiative. You would love to be with someone who, takes the lead on things. So from the pursuing, from the, you are like, oh, cool. I'm interested in someone who sees me as worth asking out and all that. Like, yeah, I'm willing to step out of my comfort zone to show this girl I'm interested. That's what I'm talking about. But if you feel like the girl, the it girl, you can handle things, you can talk to anybody, you can ask them out. I'm not fighting you. It's just not my cup of tea. And like I said, I feel like as women, we are to relax and be found. I know I'm about to throw us back into the so-called old school mentality, but he who finds a wife finds a good thing. It to me just sounds like the person that should go out and be looking is the man. And I do know some guys that really enjoy the idea of, oh yeah, I'm the one that, went after and pursued and all that. But like I said, because someone is pursuing doesn't mean you shouldn't put yourself out there if you have interest in somebody and things of sort. But I need you women, daughters of Zion, I need you guys to package yourself like exactly what I just called you, daughters of Zion. Like you are worth it. Do you understand? And you cannot be with everybody. You are going to be with just one person. It's just one person you're going to be with. I don't know why you should live your life as if you need every single guy you find attractive to be interested in you back. Don't do that. That one person, it will work out with them if it needs to. If it doesn't work out with the person you want, it's okay. Move on. It's okay to move on. I'm not going to come out and say it is a desperate move for you to ask a guy out or to be the one to make the first move. No. I just feel like there are ways you can first package. It's not like you're playing games. It's just, putting yourself out there for the person you're interested in to see, like, are you gonna take the bait? Are we, are you interested back? And if they don't say anything, if they even outrightly tell you, I really see you as a good friend, I see you as my sister. You're like my sister. Ooh, just take it. Just take your L and go. So, yeah, I don't know how much help this was, but I would just say that highlight all I want you to get from this video is number one, the person I get married to, he's the head of my home. He's the leader. I would love him to take the lead on things and I would love him to take initiative on things. It doesn't mean that I'm a dunce human being who has no brain for herself, who can't decide on things or tell him what I want. It's just that I want to be able to feel at peace and at rest with the person I am with, knowing that, yeah, the little princess that I am, take care of me, that kind of thing. And you can't be carrying yourself like the man and wanting a man to be a man to you, you know. It's a matter of allowing yourself to relax and really walk in alignment in an alignment of what God has called you to be. And you are a lady, and you can handle it that way, handle it like a lady would. And if you're with a guy where you are always taking the lead, you're always taking initiative, and you want it that way, like I said, I really don't have any right to call you out on that. You can do that if you want. It's just not I really desire for my life. Secondly, is when you are packaging yourself. Packaging covers a lot of things. Oh, interest, your dressing. When I say interest, like things you like to do, your hobbies, your work, you know, your smell, your everything is not just the outward. I'm talking about packaging you. Make sure you are doing it because this is who you want people to see you as, and you want to find the person that loves the authentic you. So package authentic you to the best of your ability, and that would attract your person, attract the right person for you, so you don't have to act like somebody else and be kind of, will I use the word, I don't want to say fake, but unauthentic basically. It's the same thing, but you don't have to be that kind of person. So secondly, package yourself in a way that attracts the right people, the right man. Rephrase, the right man. One, you do not need the attention of every single guy. You don't. Lastly, I would say this. I said from the beginning, and I can't overemphasize, it's okay to not have someone be interested in you back. You need to learn to be okay with it. That if he really wanted a relationship with me, he will go out of his way. Like, no, maybe not out of his way, but he will take that. He will take that step. He will try. And if he's not trying because it's for me, I can't say anything. Move on. Because I promise you, when the girl that he really likes comes his way, she will not even try. She will not. And he will see like mad. His eyes will suddenly be open. So I think at the end of the day, this entire video will just go back to say, I'm not going to sit down and teach you to be looking for how to get the attention of men. I'm going to tell you that honestly speaking, what you need to focus on is developing yourself, because you will call on your person. And if people you are interested in do not reciprocate, you need to work on yourself enough to be okay with that, so you don't put yourself in a position where you start doing what a man is supposed to do for you, or your man is supposed to do for you. You now start living life as a man. I hope you understand what I've been trying to say, and I do hope that you are able to share this with people. If you found this helpful, share it with a friend. Discuss among yourselves. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. I would love to hear what you guys think. And I hope you guys like my hair. Apart from the fact that yes, I wanted to come with a fro. I was stressed, and I was like, I'm an African babe. Let's leave the fro out. Don't mind me. But I really hope this helped you in one way or the other. I want to remind you that you are a daughter of what? God. And you are to be taken care of as such. So take care of yourself in alignment of what God would hope for you, like as a daughter of God. Okay, hear that, girl. And if you're a guy watching this video, share this to your sister and your female friends. Thanks, and God bless. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.